She stopped at a small cafe on the edge of town. The sun was sinking low, painting the streets in warm, golden tones. Her pink convertible shimmered like a piece of summer itself, bright, daring, free. Soft music played from the speakers, the kind that made you believe in the beauty of the road and in love that comes out of nowhere but stays forever. She came inside just to grab a lemonade and rest. But that was where everything began. At the next table sat a girl, wearing a light dress, a hint of sadness in her eyes. She was reading a book, occasionally looking out the window, as if searching for something beyond the horizon. And then their eyes met. A single moment, and her heart skipped that unmistakable beat that whispers, "Something important is starting." "Beautiful car," the stranger said, noticing the glint of pink outside. "It's kind of impossible not to look at it." "It's my way of not disappearing into the gray," she smiled. "Want to take a ride?" The girl hesitated, surprised, but curiosity sparked in her eyes. "And if I say yes? Then just get in. The world won't wait." They drove without a destination. The wind tangled their hair, sunlight brushed their faces, and the music turned every mile into a confession. Laughter, stolen glances, light touches, everything felt too natural, as if they had known each other for a lifetime. When they stopped at a cliff overlooking the ocean, the sea stretched endlessly before them. The air smelled of salt and freedom. "You know," the passenger said softly, "I haven't done anything spontaneous in so long. I always think, overthink, and then do nothing." "And I'm the opposite," the driver replied, smiling. "I do first and think later." Silence fell between them, not awkward, but electric. The driver noticed the way her lips trembled slightly, how her breathing grew shallow. Her own heartbeat was too loud to ignore. "Can I do something?" she whispered. No words came, just a small nod, and a look full of quiet expectation. She leaned closer. The world seemed to dissolve. Only their breaths remained, and the faint scent of the sea. Their first kiss was soft, hesitant, almost shy. But in it there was everything: fear, wonder, and that strange, beautiful feeling of recognition. When their lips parted, the girl with the book sat frozen, eyes wide. "I didn't expect that," she whispered. "Neither did I," said the driver with a small smile. "But I think it happened exactly when it should have." They stayed there for a long time, watching the waves crash below, hands quietly finding each other somewhere between the seats. After that night, everything changed. They began seeing each other more often: coffee on rooftops, midnight walks, endless conversations that stretched until dawn. Sometimes they argued, sometimes they fell silent, but they always found their way back. One rainy day, she stopped the pink convertible right in the middle of the road and jumped out, laughing. "Look, it's the rain of happiness," she shouted, holding her face up to the drops. The other girl ran out to her, laughing and crying all at once, and kissed her again, this time deeply, confidently, as if the world had finally allowed them to just be. That's how they lived, in their small adventures, in their songs and sunsets. Sometimes things were hard. The world isn't always kind to those who love differently. But whenever it got too heavy, they simply got in the pink convertible and drove toward the horizon, where they could breathe again. Seasons changed, but their rituals stayed the same. Every now and then they returned to that little cafe where it all began. The one behind the wheel would smile and say, "You said back then it was the brightest car you'd ever seen. And now it's the most precious," the other would answer, blushing a little before leaning in to kiss her once more. And in that moment, the world would fade again. Just wind in their hair, laughter in their hearts, and a pink convertible gleaming under the sky. A symbol of freedom, love, and the simple truth that sometimes a single random meeting can be the start of forever.